Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are down big freaking time. Look at that. We're down 6.73%, and it's due to Nio going down more. Nio down 6.83%. Let's actually see out of all the stocks. Oh, it actually looks like most of the stocks were down pretty big. Jumia down 4.22%. And we were getting real close to actually breaking even to this one. We just need a little bit more, and it could have been right there in the $40 range, but it decided to go down. Tesla down close to 3%. Then we see Afria. Afria is finally moving down a little bit. The lowest it's been was this day right here. It was on the $13. Now it's at 16. And it's mainly due because of right here. If you see Afria revenue estimates lowered by Stifle ahead of quarter 3 earnings. So seems like they're a little bit bearish on Afria's revenue in the short term for the next earnings report, which is happening on April 12th. We're going to see how that goes. Maybe we'll see Afria finally going down a bit. We can maybe start considering buying it again. But look at this. With Nio going down so much, we might actually get the last 100 shares of Nio this week. If it stays under $40 by the closing of Friday, we might get 100 shares of Nio, which will finally bring our position of Nio to 500 shares, which is what I wanted to get before the end of the year. So we'll finally get 500 shares, which is awesome. But oh, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry. We might get 4,000 more in margin, which would bring our margin used to 17,000, which is a little more than what I want. I would like to get it down a little bit. So once I get assigned these shares, hopefully, I really actually want it to be for us to get assigned, so we can finally be done with our positioning in Nio. We'll have about close to 20,000, 18,000, depending on where Nio is. We will get about $20,000 in equity in Nio, and we'll have about $17,200 in margin use. So once we get these 100 shares, we'll have the 500 shares, and then from now until however long it takes, we will want to get our margin use to below around 10,000. I would like to get it to around 10,000. So I don't know how long that's gonna take for us to deposit about $7,000. Maybe it might take a few months. So we're gonna have to hold on to these babies for a long time. We might not be buying anything for a while, guys. We might not be. We have to be disciplined. We do not want to buy any more after this last one, all right? Because we do not want to go on margin call. If we ever even get close to a margin, I have a strategy or I have a plan. See, my margin maintenance is 21,357. This number goes up and down depending on how much our stock goes up and down. So if Nio keeps going down, then this number will go down a little bit, but eventually it could catch up, and then we might get a margin call. If we ever do get a margin call and we're not and we don't have the money prepared to deposit to get out of it, the first thing I'm gonna be selling off is Jumia. I'm sorry, but this is the first one I'm gonna be selling off. And if it gets even worse than that, I'm gonna be selling off my Dropbox option. All right, I'm up quite a bit on it, 50%. I'm going to sell this one next after I sell my Jumia. And then after that, if it gets even worse, then we're going to have to sell off our Dropbox. So with that, let's look at the equity. We'll probably be able to get about $6,000 off the bat, just like that, if we ever get close to our margin call. That's going to be our strategy. And if it gets any worse than that, then I'm going to have to start selling MP and Tesla like that. All right. So right here, the stocks above are the ones that I want to keep the most. Nio, Shopify, Afria, Corsair, Tesla, MP. The ones in the bottom and Dropbox, Jumia. Those are the ones I could sell off first, because those are the ones with the lowest equity. Tesla, I would love to keep Tesla. If it comes close to that, I'd rather sell Tesla than MP, honestly. I just don't have enough money into it. If I had more money into Tesla, I'm actually up a lot on Tesla too. So maybe I'll sell off Tesla because I would sell out at a gain. Because yeah, Jumia and Tesla and Corsair, I believe, are the ones that I'm down the most in. Let's look at total return. Yeah, Jumia, and Corsair are the ones I'm down a lot. Nio, I'm down the way more than anything else. But that's okay. I believe Nio will at least get back to all-time highs by the end of the year. At least that. My in the beginning, I was expecting anywhere from 80 to 120, but there's a lot of negative news or negativity with Nio, with China and the chip shortage. Even though Nio is actually doing very well fundamentally, they're doing very well. They're breaking records. They just sold their 100,000th car, or delivered their 100,000th car, and they're basically gonna produce $7,500 per $7,500 cars per month with the chip shortage. And if there was no chip shortage, they would be doing a little more, about 10,000. So maybe by summer, a little more past summer, they can get back to full capacity, which would be great. I would love to see them deliver and sell more than 8,000 cars. I was predicting them to sell close to 100K. Maybe not. If they can get anywhere close to 100K, I think that's going to be a huge W. A big win for Nio. Because that's like a milestone. If you can deliver 100,000 cars in a year, and Nio's still so young. So young, man. Doesn't matter. I really think that Nio is going to do very well. I think Nio will be a $300 plus stock in the next 4 to 5 years. At least, if not more. All right? If not more. And once I'm done with these 500 shares, it's time. Bring our margin down. And once I bring my margin down, you guys know the strat. Hopefully, we'll be stacking up enough cash. And hopefully, the market is down by then. Because after that, I want to really be stacking cash for the next correction. Because whenever there's a correction, that's when you get these beautiful deals, man. Man, like you were seeing stocks going down all the way down to $1,000 when Shopify was all the way up to 1,500. You got a 30% discount right there. And then Afria went all the way to, what was it, $13, right? It was $13. Yeah, $13 all the way from 32. Like if Afria ever gets back to 32, that's way more than 50% discount right there. Or Tesla. Let's look at Tesla. How low did Tesla go? Tesla went all the way down to $539 when it was basically $900 a couple months ago. Like, you gain some good discounts whenever the market starts correcting downwards. So stack the cash up. After I get my 100 shares of Nio, hopefully by the end of the week it stays under $40. I really hope it stays under $40. Because I really want these 100 shares to get it over with. We're going to stack our cash up, bring our margin down, and just wait it out for some good discounts. And if there's no discounts, and if let's just say there's no correction and we bring our margin down a little bit all the way down to 0, then we'll slowly start buying some more, and just whenever the market does correct and we have 0 margin, hopefully, but whenever that happens, we'll start deploying margin. We'll probably be able to deploy $15,000 in margin by then. If we can, $15,000 in margin and gain stocks at a good discount, that's going to be amazing. That's the goal.